How's it going, guys? Patrick here from NintenTalk, and today is going to be all about a game I've been looking forward to for a very, very long time. Of course, this is going to be about Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 launches July 22nd for the Switch, of course, and a lot of people are talking about this. We just recently got a kind of Splatoon 2 Direct, which kind of outlined some of the features that we were wondering, would they be in this game? Are they going to leave something out? We were also looking forward to the online chat feature, which got answered. So stick around to hear my full opinions on what was announced and what I'm excited for. So Splatoon, the original game, was a very big success on the Wii U. It actually ranked in the top 5 games sold all time, just reaching over that 5 million or just below that 5 million mark, which is very impressive if you think about the Wii U. In terms of total consoles sold, just over 13 million. That's a very impressive number. It's worth mentioning that this was a brand new IP at the time. Now we think of Splatoon as a very popular franchise, but at the time it was a brand new IP, and it was a very bold move for Nintendo to kind of introduce this brand new franchise, especially something in this genre. Nintendo's not really big on shooting games. They really don't have that much success. If you want to go to like Metroid Prime, but that's not really what Metroid's about. But Splatoon pretty much just took off from the very beginning, and a lot of people are looking forward to this sequel. It was kind of talked about for the longest time. Would this be a deluxe version or a true sequel? Of course, now we know that Splatoon 2 is going to come out, so it is not a deluxe, but some people still feel that this game could have been released as a deluxe version. But I'm here to say I think that what was announced at the kind of Direct makes this, really does comfort me in saying that this is a true sequel. A lot of good things were announced here, so I'm kind of gonna go over my bullet points, kind of touch on what was announced. So first of all, some things that a lot of fans have been clamoring for has been the ability to customize your Squid Inkling characters. These Inklings have so much personality to begin with, and the fact that now we can customize these guys is going to be so awesome. So they kind of featured the ability to change features like eye color, hair color, skin color, and of course there's a big emphasis on fashion in this game, which I think is a really interesting thing. Not a lot of games kind of embrace that kind of customization, and it's worth noting that each of these pieces of clothing have different stats that can affect you in-game. Of course, the shops make a return, which you can buy weapons, clothes, and shoes. These update, of course, every single day. And like I said before, each of these weapons, clothes, and shoes each have their own abilities. So you might get things like the respawn time goes down, which is a brand new feature in Splatoon 2. Or, you can travel faster in ink. So all of these pieces of clothing, although they might look nice, could actually help you in battle. Gear upgrades, like I said before, when you're battling for a while, your gear can actually upgrade and unlock more abilities. Like I said before, swim faster in ink. Your tank could fill up faster. So there's a lot of functionality with the gear. They've also added in a new vendor, which you can actually buy upgrades for your gear, which I think is a very good idea. And like I said before, the respawn, that's a brand new ability, so I'm sure that there's other abilities that you can unlock. Also, little things are introduced in this game, such as sensitivity changing. You can actually change the sensitivity for the Switch when it's in handheld mode, and also when the Switch is docked, which I think is really cool. Sometimes the motion controls can be a little too sensitive, so it's really cool that we can dial that back, or on the other side, we can turn that up. Really cool there. Also, amiibo functionality returns. It functions just like the original game. You can kind of scan in something, make a style to your Inkling, scan it in, and it will still save for you, which I think is really cool. And they've also added in some new amiibos that will launch with this game. And although Miiverse is gone, they've actually kept the post drawing, so you can actually draw different artwork, and a few will be selected to appear in multiplayer matches, which is really awesome. So you can essentially draw some Splatoon 2 kind of fan art, and it might appear in some of the matches that you are in, which adds kind of that Miiverse feeling that we all loved. But of course, Miiverse is gone, so this is kind of a nice replacement for that. A couple new modes were announced too. We have League Battles, which is 4v4. You can either invite one friend and you two can pair up with another pair online, or you can bring 3 of your best mates and you can have a nice 4-on-4. You can rank up and kind of compare your stats with other people online. And of course, Salmon Run, the biggest mode that was announced. Basically a horde mode where waves of enemies come in different stages, and kind of the object of the game is to collect power eggs, and that's how you advance through the stages. I believe it's 3 stages per Salmon Run, which is really cool. Single player campaign makes its return as well. Many people were thinking, would they add more to this? There is kind of an underlying story there where you're kind of trying to save one of the Inklings. It looks pretty much the same to the original campaign mode, but I really can't complain about that because the campaign mode was one of my biggest surprises with the game. Surprisingly deep and really cool platforming there. So I'm excited to see that return. Again, it doesn't really look substantial enough, but you know, it could be fun. One of the biggest new mechanics added to battle is the special weapons. Now, Splatoon 1 had specials, but all of the specials in this sequel are completely new. So you can have things like the hamster ball where you kind of run around and you can kind of detonate wherever you want. Or you can do, you can fly in the air with a jetpack and just spray paint all over the map. So really cool specials there. And, it's going to kind of dictate people's strategies in terms of what they use and how they use them. So it's really exciting to see new specials added to this game as well. And Splatfests makes their return. The first one happening actually before the game even launches, July 15th. That's really exciting. The first Splatfest is cake versus ice cream, which will be a very heated debate. I would like to see how many of you choose each side. That's really interesting to me. For those of you who are wondering, I think I'm a team cake guy. I think I have to go with my pastry chef roots on that one. So that'd be really fun to play with you guys. July 15th, you can do that. So there's a demo up on the eShop already, and you guys can download that and kind of check out the Inkopolis right now and kind of check out the different features. And then, like I said, July 15th will be the first Splatfest. They said that Splatfests are going to be supported for 2 years, which is pretty substantial. And normal updates and bug fixes and stuff like that will be active for a year. So looks like Splatoon is going to be, at least this sequel is going to be supported for the next few years. So it'll be interesting to see if we'll get a third Splatoon on Nintendo Switch, depending on how well the Switch does. So very exciting stuff there for fans of Splatfest. And by far one of the biggest announcements for this Direct was mobile. How's it going, guys? Patrick here from NintenTalk, and today is going to be all about a game I've been looking forward to for a very, very long time. Of course, this is going to be about Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 launches July 22nd for the Switch, of course, and a lot of people are talking about this. We just recently got a hopefully optimistic about this, but basically SplatNet 2 is a way that you can kind of check your stats. I'm assuming you can check your stats throughout each game mode. I think that they mentioned that. Also, this is going to be a better way to kind of interact with friends. So you can invite friends to matches and you can kind of see who's online at the moment. I think it's all pretty positive. SplatNet 2, like I said before, I'm a little cautious. I'm kind of waiting for the official reveal. But from what we've seen in the Direct, it's pretty much a good sign all the way around. But guys, this is a game that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. I was a big fan of the first game for the Wii U. I still play that to this day. And certainly when this game comes out, I can't wait to play with you guys and do a bunch of live streams with that. But Splatoon 2 is probably one of my most hyped games because just the longevity of this game. I'll be playing this game until the Switch dies. And even after that, I will still be playing this game online. I am so excited. I am really interested to hear your opinions on this game. From when this video is being made, Splatoon 2 is out in just under 2 weeks. So very exciting stuff there. I'm excited to get my hands on this thing. I pre-ordered the Pro controller, which looks sexy as hell, the pink and green controller. Really excited to finally have a Pro controller. I know I've waited this long, but I knew special editions of this were going to come out. So instead of spending all that money up front, I waited, and for good reason, because this controller looks really, really cool. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you going to pick up Splatoon 2 on launch? I really think you should. For those of you who are not really familiar to the franchise, it is a fun online shooter, and just calling it an online shooter is a big understatement. This game is so good. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, smash the shit out of that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more Nintendo goodness. This is Patrick from NintenTalk. Thank you very much, guys.